that McCaffrey trade went down, and I've been trying to figure out what bothered me about it so much. Like, it just got under my skin, like made me angry that they made that trade. And what made me angry is it goes against the philosophy of the team.
It does.
The philosophy of the team is that Kyle Shanahan, his strength is he can scheme up a running game from anywhere. Mm-hmm. Now, next year, they're going to have the most expensive running game in the league. Mm-hmm. Deebo Samuel, $24 million. Christian McCaffrey, $12 million. George Kittle, best blocking tight end in the league, $16 million. Juszczyk, $8 million. Exactly right. Trent Williams, $27 million. Like,
Trey Lance. He's a running back too. Yeah.
So the initial 2019 team was built on the back of we can put resources everywhere else except running game, and then manufacture a running game with undrafted free agents, Raheem Mostert, you know.
What they're doing in Miami right now.
Exactly right. Because it was never Kyle's strength. It was always something that he was piggybacking off. I mean, it was his system, but it wasn't his strength. And now we're going to devote how many draft picks, how many millions of dollars on running backs and tight ends and running wide
unprecedented
receivers. So what does that come as a cost from? Because in 2019, we had the deepest defensive line in the league. We had first round picks all across the D line. We had great linebackers, fast. We still have the remnants of that. Are we going to be able to re-sign any of that? Are we bringing in offensive pass weapons that are actually going to push the ball down the field for Lance? Or
is Ayuk going to have to walk out the door in a couple of years? Because they're so committed to running the ball.
Right. Are we going to be able to bring in a quality top-tier corner, or are we still going to be, sacrificing and saying, no, we're not going to get J.C. Jackson. Let's get Ward because it saves us $4 million.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Like, the entire strength of Shanahan is that he's supposed to be able to manufacture this run game, and instead he's saying, oh, no, it's not me. It's not my fault. The reason that we lost is because Jeff Wilson fumbled that 2 times.
Right. That's pretty weak. That's pretty weak. Yeah.
And that comes down to the other thing is that he never takes responsibility for anything after the Super Bowl. What was it? Oh, who's to blame after the Super Bowl?
Bosa got held. Bosa got held.
Right. The refs screwed us. We were getting held. Blah, 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 blah.
Revenge tour.
Right? Revenge tour 2.0. After the championship game. We didn't do anything wrong. Let's kick Jaquiski Tartt to the curb.
It was Tartt's fault.
We could use a safety this year, right? We've had issues where we could use a quality player in the.
Yeah.
But we can't. No, we can't say that it's institutionally our fault. We can't say that there are places that we need to improve as a coaching staff. No. Like,
it's Jeff Wilson's fault. The guy who's averaging 5 yards a carry. Now we can get someone else who's averaging 5 yards a carry. Okay, and he fumbles twice in his debut, and no one talks about it.
And we can pay him a ridiculous amount of money in capital. Everybody else, okay, so Verrett went down, right? Verrett went down, and that was horrible. We had no guarantees that Verrett was going to be back as the person that he was, but it was like our one last hope of getting a quality corner on this team. But we should have been adding a corner at the trade deadline. Why didn't we? We didn't have
that was my point. I was like, hey, it's great to add to his strength, but you have clear weaknesses on this team. Why don't you address one of those?
Swear to God.
Yeah. So Mosley's not coming back.
And here's the problem, though, is that they will be relevant this year. So all year long, we're going to be calling them out on this, and they're going to be calling us haters and non-believers and non-faithful and all this other nonsense, right? Because, they'll be relevant. But the point is not to be relevant. The point is to set up the franchise for success going forward. And Kyle Shanahan is taking steps backwards when we need to be taking steps forward. And I don't see a future. I don't see it. And
He mortgaged it to win this year. So, okay, win this year.
Look,
better win this year.
He wins this year. I don't care. It's been 30 years since the 49ers won a Super Bowl. If I get one this year, put him on Mount Rushmore. Yeah, absolutely. I'm wrong. You're at the top. Sign Jimmy Garoppolo, 10-year lifetime contract. I don't care. Give me a Super Bowl, and it all goes away. But right now, it's not good enough to win or lose against the Chargers this week. It doesn't do anything.